Yo, what's up, man? This is Boxing Combo. Big ups to the whole boxing fam, the whole boxing community. I just want to talk about, I was watching the 17 Bruff has sent me a video, Klitschko versus David Haye. What's my opinion on this? David Haye, I've seen like three of his fights. I've seen 2 of them in the super middleweight, I think he was in, and he seemed really impressive, really strong. But then I saw one fight of his in the heavyweight division, and he didn't look that impressive, really. He looked strong, he looked dominant, he looked really athletic, really aggressive, but not all that impressive. And I think that in that heavyweight fight that I saw, that opponent had fought with I don't know if it was the older Klitschko or the younger Klitschko. I think it was the older Klitschko, and the older Klitschko took that guy out pretty quick. So, you know, I'm just gonna go based on young Klitschko and the older Klitschko, because I just get their names mixed up like a lot of people do. So I'm not gonna mention their first names. Anyhow, I believe that David Haye does have a chance versus the younger Klitschko, because the younger Klitschko does have a weak chin. He's a strong fighter. He comes to do his thing, but he has a weak chin. So David Haye, he's like a really explosive fighter, an explosive puncher. So he can just throw punches at at certain angles. He could just come out with a right hook or a left hook, and he could probably catch the younger Klitschko on the chin and knock him out. That can really happen. But now, the older Klitschko, I see the older Klitschko as like a real warrior. I mean, this guy, I really like to see him fight because he's strong. He comes forward. He's really like a warrior, man, and he has a stronger chin. So if David Haye were to fight the older Klitschko, if that were ever to happen, I would go for the older Klitschko, because I believe he's too big, he's too strong, and that jab that comes down like a sledgehammer, I think it's going to be too much for David Haye. That's what I think. I think David Haye is a real strong, real athletic, and he has great talent and great potential. But I think that Klitschko, I mean, at least the older Klitschko, his size, his power, has a strong chin. Now, like I said, he does have a real good chance versus the younger Klitschko. Even though he is also big, he also has a real good jab, and he's also real strong and has a good power punch. But his chin is just so weak that that's gonna be probably his weak spot, his chin. So in David Haye, he throws so many great explosive punches, he could probably catch him on the chin, and that's going to be the end of it. But like I said, so we have a lot to see. It's going to be good fights, and if he were to beat the younger Klitschko, I think he would definitely have to fight the older Klitschko, and I believe the older Klitschko will take care of business, just like it happened with Sanders. When Sanders came out and knocked out the younger Klitschko, and then came his big brother and took care of business. I think it would probably be kind of the same thing if David Haye were to beat the younger Klitschko, but you never know. You got to give David Haye a lot of credit, man. He's coming out there, he's looking for these big fights, and I can't wait to see him, because I like to see him, because he's an aggressive fighter. He's not trying to give you any BS. He comes to fight, he comes to throw punches, he comes to give you an action-packed fight. So I hope these fights are good, and a lot of people say that probably at least the older Klitschko is very robotic. They both are, but at least I saw, like back in 1993 and 1994, I believe, the older Klitschko, he did kickboxing. This guy was a kickboxer. He had great movement. This guy was very agile, had a lot of movement. And now in boxing, he's so stiff. But I believe that trainers try to train him that way, because for him, in boxing, with his size, it's probably the best way for him to box. I don't know. That's just what I'm saying, because that's what I've seen. I don't know if that's good for him or not, but they both are champs, so obviously that style has given them great wins in championships. They're both champions, and it's a strange, stiff style that's most of the time very boring, because I saw that fight with Gomez. It was kind of a boring fight, And I believe Klitschko just would have just came at him. He probably would have knocked him out first, second round, but he kind of takes his time. I don't know if that's very pleasing for the crowd or not, but he did a thing anyway. So much credit to all these fighters, and like always, I just can't wait to see these fights. And like I said, I think David Haye has a real big chance versus the younger Klitschko, and he has a chance over the older Klitschko too. But I'm just saying, the older Klitschko, he's more of a warrior. This guy, he's really strong. His chin is real hard, so it will be a tougher fight for Haye with the older Klitschko. But anyway, I hope these fights happen, and I hope they both give David Haye a chance. And well, man, see y'all on the next one. Y'all know Boxing Combo. Much respect.